up here in the Fox 61 by Carrier Kitchen. This guy right here in the middle of a game-changing moment. You're changing up your restaurant in Hartford. Chef Tyler Anderson, great to have you with us.
Great to be here.
What's this exciting news?
So we're changing Perone restaurant into Torreno restaurant. So it's going to be more of a Cal-Italian, moving from Spanish to sort of a Cal-Italian thing. It's very similar to what we're doing at Hamilton Park in New Haven. And we just saw the success of that, saw how fun it was to cook that food, and decided to do it here.
All right, we're going to start cooking. We're making some gnocchi vodka sauce, but I want to talk a little bit more about this Cal-Italian. It's really kind of a blending your roots and your wife's roots, right?
It is. Yeah, it's a good blend. So, you know, in California in like the late 90s, there was a real influx of sort of like those Italian stylings to their cooking. It's a little more rustic than French cooking, and it stays a little more true to seasonality, so that's sort of what we're going to do.
All right, so let's get started here.
All right, so you can put those gnocchis in. So those are just fresh gnocchis. We want to put them in boiling water. The most important thing to cooking pasta is having your water salted correctly. So we like to say when you taste your water, you want it to taste like a soup that's just a little bit too salty.
Okay,
a lot of people would say a lot of salt. Yeah, a lot of people would say, you know, make it taste like the ocean, but that to me is a little too salty. So we want it between a soup and the ocean. So should be perfect there. And what we do is we end up using should
I stir?
No, you can just leave it alone. So once they start to float, they'll be ready. So this is gnocchi alla vodka. So it's a take on two dishes like gnocchi pomodoro, which is just gnocchi with tomato sauce, and then penne alla vodka, which we do at Hamilton Park. So this is the fun part. This is the vodka part. A lot of times this would flame, but I don't think this is going to flame on our electric stovetop. We'll see.
It's probably safer
so we put that in. Yes.
Yeah.
Put that in. Let that reduce. And honestly, the vodka doesn't do much. It's to deglaze. We toasted garlic and olive oil. It's to deglaze things a little bit and just like make them come together. Yeah, it burns together. Burns off. You can, you don't have to worry about serving it to your kids. They're not going to get drunk off the vodka. And there's really hardly any in there. So we'll let that reduce. We have a little bit of just straight away tomato sauce there. So it's just like milled tomatoes, nice tomatoes, and then a Parmesan rosemary cream sauce that we make at the restaurant. And we just like let that all come together. Very simple. The trick here is like rosemary. So rosemary will help make it cut some of the fatty flavors because it's got like that pine sort of thing going on.
Yeah.
And then we just let it reduce. All right,
some of these are starting to float.
Some of them are starting to float. Yeah, you can let them float. If we're at the restaurant, this heat would be a little higher and it would be. So you just stir that, but while you're stirring it, so we want to let everybody know that Perone is closed today. It's closed today. We're closing for 1 week. Yeah, we're closing for 1 week.
Pretty quick turnover.
Yeah, it is a good turnover. I have a good team, and we had a head start.
Yeah.
So we've been working on all the recipes. What's great for me is that half the menu at Hamilton Park and half the menu at Perone, the new Perone Torreno, will be exactly the same. So it helps me a lot from a product consistency standpoint and all that. I want to let everybody know that
Pina is still going to be open.
Pina is still open. We wouldn't take the donuts away.
No, thank goodness.
People would kill us.
They are so good.
Still a cocktail bar by night. And that will be open all week this week. So you can see they're floating. They're nice and fluffy.
I also put them right in.
So we're going to lay them right in there. And actually, we like the starchy water here that we're going to use a little bit. And we like the salt. Yeah. Both things.
Now, Tyler, I have to ask you, we're running out of time. I know you're going to finish up, but I just got to ask you, because you have 4 locations now. Restaurant business is so hard, but now Glastonbury to Simsbury, Hartford to New Haven. What would you say is the key? What is your secret?
I mean, once you figure that out, let me know. But it's good. It's really
like you found it.
It's good people, like it's good people at every location, being able to trust management there, and then like utilizing your time in the car a lot is important too these days.
Right.
So here we go. We're just finishing this up, glazing the pasta a little bit more.
We're gonna plate that and toss things real quick down to Matt.
Yep.
So, but that looks gorgeous. It smells incredible. The recipe, all the info is going to be on our website and on our news app. Don't forget, it's going to reopen, grand reopening on the 10th, right?
On the 10th, yeah. And you'll be able to have this exact dish.
Looks delicious.
A little bit of this. A little bit of Parmesan over the top.
Fantastic. We're going to toss things down to Matt. And guys, I will save you a bite, I promise.
Yeah.